What's up, superstars? Welcome back to Crypto Cornucopia, where you can come for the latest crypto news, education, and a path to prosperity. I do hours of research, so you don't have to. Please like, subscribe, share to anybody that might want to know about crypto, and ask questions down below. I want to know what you want to know. I'll make videos on it. Remember, I am not a financial advisor. This is financial opinion. And watch out for scammers below. If it looks weird, it is weird. All right, today is October 16th, 2021, and we're looking at my current portfolio strategy. So unrealized profit is not profit. I love that. That's a quote from Denome. He's a YouTuber that I learned a lot from, and I'm actually going to be linking a video below from him. And I'm currently using his strategy, and we'll go over that in a short while. My favorite quote when it comes to crypto is "Nobody ever went broke taking profit." Bernard Baruch. And I think that exactly sums up what happens in the crypto market. Maybe in traditional markets, you can just put your money there and have it sit and grow over time. When it comes to crypto, yes, you can do that. But it's so volatile, I'd rather take profits and look for the trends and the narratives and make profit along the way so I can feel accomplished. That's just the way I am. You should pay yourself. I truly believe in that. All right, what works best for you? Now, the other day we talked about what type of person are you? Are you an investor? Are you a trader? Are you a day trader? And this is along the same lines. You have to ask yourself, what is worse? Watching your portfolio go up after you've sold, or watching it go down when you have never sold? So would you not mind it if you sold off, you took your profits, but it keeps going up? Which is worse? Or that never selling it and then watching it go down? You know, if you're an investor and you're in it for years, you're not even going to be watching it. So you have to ask yourself, how much into the market are you going to be? Also understand I'm talking as a trader right now during what I think is the bull run right now and in the future. So again, this is my current portfolio strategy, and we'll go over what I mean by that in a couple. All right, so what's my plan? And we're going to break this down one by one. You're going to take profit, or I'm going to take profit along the way. I'm going to invest in trade. That's $1,000, and attempt to turn it into $10,000. That's going to be one of my next few videos. I'm going to watch the charts, news, and the pi cycle top, which is so far has really called the tops of any of these bull runs, bear runs, or whatever cycles that you want to call going up and down and the lengthening of it. Put profits into stable coins and create yield. Keep reinvesting until I make a daily amount to support my life, really lifestyle. The point is I want to make my money work for me. And by the end of this, I want to be able to purchase a rental property to offset the taxes from capital gains. So I did last year, taxes, didn't sell anything, just dollar cost averaged, put it in. And this year I'm going to realize gains. So there's going to be tax implications there. Beautiful thing about taxes, most people don't realize, it was made for you. It is made to encourage you to create business and to create wealth for yourself. Most people don't realize that. They just think taxes are a way for a government to get money. No, it's supposed to incentivize you to work harder to create something or employ somebody. That is the purpose of taxes. So people call them loopholes. They're not. It's just the way the system works. You can purchase a rental property, and whatever money you put into that rental property, which is now providing a home, but also providing jobs for other people and creating a business for yourself, you get tax cuts for that. And we'll go over that. All right, so taking profit along the way. First thing we were talking about, I believe the best strategy is to sell 20% every time your crypto goes up 50%. And I linked below Denome's video where he goes over He spent the entire weekend creating spreadsheets of what different styles of taking profit, and they were taking 50% out after 2x's and so on. But what he found was you don't lose as much, and it's the safest route if you sell 20% every time it goes up 50%. So you can, I link the video, you can go straight to 13:34 minutes in that video, and we'll go specifically over this chart right here. Okay. The beautiful thing about crypto is sometimes if you're not watching it, you won't even notice that it's gone up 50%, 2x, 3x. And my suggestion, or what I am doing, in my opinion, I'm still going to sell just 20% of that. All right. So next, what I'm watching and currently doing is the charts, news, sentiment, and again the pi cycle top. All right. So this indicator has shown the top at every one of these peaks. Yep, sorry about that. Okay, so the pi cycle top, you can't see it that well. I'm trying to zoom in here. Okay, right here. It's gone off right at this point, you see a dip. At this point, you see a dip. Okay, so far from everything that I've seen, trying to figure out when this current cycle, this current bull cycle will be over, I'm going to be watching the pi cycle indicator, the pi cycle top indicator. It's been right so far for crypto, and that's what I'm going to be watching out for. The other thing that I watch on a daily basis is the fear and greed index. Now, there's one for the traditional markets and there's one for crypto. Right now, today, October 16, 2021, extreme fear, or sorry, extreme greed at 78. And another great quote out there is, be fearful when others are greedy, and be greedy when others are fearful. Right now, everybody seems to be greedy because there is news about an ETF coming out and the NASDAQ applied, but everybody's acting as if the SEC already said okay. They have not actually said okay yet. Just found that out today because in the news that I was reading, they were saying that it's already been approved, and it's not. Has not been approved yet. So when we talk about sentiment, I like to check out Trade to Chain. I show that on almost every video. Okay, and what it'll tell you is the sentiment. Okay, so Bitcoin daily sentiment is at 57. And if you remember yesterday, the day before video, I was telling you that I've been hearing from two different technical analysis experts that Ethereum could be hitting, first of all, above 4,000, but they were calling for 4,500. And I thought that was odd when the daily sentiment was at 40. It was in the 40s. Now it's at 66. You can see it's moving up there. And then basically you can take a look at the entire market and see what the sentiment is. And this is, again, through social media. All right, so they have artificial intelligence going through the feeds and taking a look at it. And then, of course, the charts. So if you take a look at the chart, this is the chart from today for Bitcoin. Now, when we talk about these TD sequentials, it goes all the way to 9 and then essentially starts over. Usually, when you have a green 9, it's a sell, but it has a lot to do with the volume. It's only if the volume is weak. The volume is weak, and the volume is not weak right now. So you can see that at 9 it had a bit of a dip, but then it started going back up over here. When it starts back over and you see a green 2, that's generally a buy signal. And as you can see right here, it was. Okay, speaking of which, I want to talk about Luna real quick because I noticed something on that chart that, all right. What are you doing? All right, I don't know why it let me to go down. So let's go in. Hmm. Yes, open. Let's go. All right, there we go. I don't know why it isn't showing before. All right, so if we go into Market Rebellion and pull up Luna, Terra Luna, I jumped the gun. See, when it's a red 9, generally you want to, that's a buy signal. So they call it a TD sequential buy 9. But you do want to wait for confirmation. I went in, I believe in this project. I think it's got a lot of great things coming up. So I went ahead and bought more on this dip. Not saying you should. Not financial advice. All right, no, I don't want a new one. All right, here we go. All right, next up. So, by the way, you can see I'm using PowerPoint instead of Word as a suggestion from my son. So, just getting to use it. All right, next up, you put profits into stable coins and create yields. Now, when you're converting your Bitcoin, Ethereum into a stable coin like USDC or DAI or anything else that's out there, and you're going to be plugging it into one of these protocols, you want to make sure it is a protocol that is very safe. And Certic is the best auditor out there. So if a protocol is rated high by Certic, they've gone through their code, they've given them any issues that they found, and you can take a look at their audits. So we're going to go into, first of all, Certic right here. And PancakeSwap is on the Binance Smart Chain. And they're one of the top scores that you can get. I haven't seen anything really above 94 and 95. So this is essentially the highest that you can get. All right, so if you go into PancakeSwap, all right, so these are all stablecoin pairings. Okay, and what that means is you would take some UST and some BUSD, which are both traded on PancakeSwap. So you can take your Bitcoin and swap it out to UST. You can take your Ethereum, swap it out to BUSD, and then you would combine these into a pool. And when you do that, they give you another token that you would stake right here. So it's called the UST BUSD LP liquidity pool. All right, you take that token, you stake it here, and you get 8.97%. Okay, that's okay. I know there are a lot of other places out there that I would be putting my money because I've been doing this for a long time. I feel more comfortable. But if you're just starting out, I can see why you would want to go something that is not as risky, much more safe, and go for the lower rates. But 9% is great for other people. If you take a look at AutoFarm, now what AutoFarm does is it's an aggregator. It brings, or it goes into other protocols and automatically puts in those LPs for you. So you put your stable coins into AutoFarm, stake it here, and then it goes through other protocols to get a percentage for you. So you can see here you can get 10.64% off of ApeSwap, which actually is rated pretty well by Certec as well, with a BUSD DAI. Again, just stable coins. So let's see what else is out there if we go further up into the 20s and 30s. Okay, so right here, 18.57%, where it's actually a four-way BLP on Belt. All right, now what you would want to do is go into Certec and search for Belt and see if the protocol comes up. See, is not, they have not used Certic. They may have used some other company to go through their code, but they haven't used Certic. So I personally would do more research on my own and find out. So what else do we have? We have MDEX with the USDT DAI pair. Actually, look at this. Okay, so on PancakeSwap itself, this pair only gets you 8%. but through AutoFarm, you can get 18% here. So 18% on a stable coin. This is what I'm talking about. Have your money work for you. All right, and I believe I saw some even into the 30s or 40s. Let's just take a look down here and see what else. So these are all pairings of different tokens, so I don't want to spend too long doing this. But I know there's some other risky ones down here. Okay, here we go. That's TPT. All right, I'll give it one more page and see what pops up. Okay. All right. Everything past 20% is no longer a stable coin here. All right. I have seen it before, but those were on other protocols that probably weren't too safe. But you can see how much you can get here if you pair, let's say, a stable coin with some other type of token that's out there. Ramp is actually a really good project, and you can get 70% off of that. Just giving you an idea what's out there. All right, let's head back. And the last aspect is purchasing a rental property to offset taxes from capital gains. So I know every time that I swap out Ethereum for Bitcoin, that's a taxable event. Okay, so I know that I'm going to have capital gains because I move money around, I switch it out, I go where the opportunity is. But the opportunity for me at 50% gains or 100, 200, 300% gains is worth it to take that 20, 30% hit on taxes, because I wouldn't have made that otherwise. Yeah, you can hold on and just hope for the best, but I'm constantly finding good protocols that I want to move my money into. So it's worth it for me to do that. You have to decide what you want to do. But anyway, roofstock.com is amazing. This is one of the coolest things I've ever seen in my life. What they do is they take a home that's already being rented out to somebody and already has a property manager, and they put it up on their site and say, here you go, here's an investment. So this particular one is $105,000. Again, there's already property management, there's already rent in there. So the rent right now is $940 a month. So it does all the math for you. Okay, so annualized return would be 7%, gross yield 10.7, and you have cash flow. So I learned about this from Listen Money Matters podcast, which unfortunately doesn't run anymore. But they had a lot of good things to say, and they came on to the podcast, and I love what they're doing here. So again, that link is going to be below for you to check out. But let's just go into right here. All right, roofstock.com. All right, so if we go back, I just went onto this one so you can see, but you can go and you can filter up here. Okay, whatever you want. You can. They have a neighborhood rating, which I think is huge. But you can also put in locations. All right, so let's say you want to find one in Georgia. And there are great places to be in Georgia. So in neighborhood ratings, all right, so this one is 4-bedroom, 4-bath, $170,000, and it's currently gone down 10,000. All right, which I think you'll be seeing. Now, I personally think that it's a great idea to get a house right now, because if the Fed keeps printing money, and right now percentages are low, that means that the money that you owe for that loan on the house, it gets cheaper and cheaper the more money that they print. Okay, so just think about that. If your dollar is not worth as much, but you're creating value in crypto, and the loan that you have to pay off isn't worth as much anymore. Okay, so if I get a loan for $170,000 and not interest rates, but inflation goes up by 10%, okay, that means that I've saved $17,000. Just easy math there. Okay, because this amount that you have to pay isn't worth as much anymore, but you're still making money in crypto and whatever other job you have. All right, guys, I'm gonna leave it at that. Make sure you comment, subscribe, and let's share. If you did make it to the end, I just want to say thank you. I appreciate you taking your time, and you just watching the videos is enough for me. Thanks, guys. Take care.